Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about Saturn unaspected in a natal horoscope. Now, as most of you know, an unaspected planet basically expresses itself in a very uninhibited manner. It's not really held back or is restrained or really suppressed. Now, with Saturn unaspected, now you don't really have that blockage there coming from an adverse aspect. However, you don't have that integration which would come from a positive aspect such as a sextile or trine. So Saturn unaspected, this person may show periods of being very responsible, disciplined, and have a lot of structure in this person's life. This person may be able to work for sustained periods very laboriously on task. I mean, Saturn is the taskmaster. They might show very strong pragmatism and practicality and really be kind of like that prototypical worker for somebody, and somebody that is punctual and shows up to the job on time constantly. But at the same time, because it is unaspected, you might have some distortion and vacillation connected with this planet. So at times this person may go through protracted periods of maybe shirking responsibilities and maybe not showing that discipline that is necessary, or maybe may even go through periods where, in terms of work, where maybe they don't work for a sustained period. So you might it's like you get the best, it's kind of the best and worst of both worlds, perhaps, with this position, or I should say with Saturn unaspected in a natal chart. Now, this could be a person that is very ultra-orthodox and conservative and has something very strong connected with tradition. But at the same token, because you have that kind of wavering back and forth with this planet, that when it's unaspected, this person may go through periods where they go the opposite way, and they feel maybe going against tradition and being perhaps that nonconformist and somebody that goes against maybe what conventional wisdom would indicate. Now, Saturn is also about the father, authority figures, and perhaps this person, maybe their father may not have literally left them, but perhaps they felt that the connection with the father maybe was dissipated, or the father did not figure as prominently as he or she maybe should have in this person's life. And this might simply be the perspective this person has on his or her father, or it might be actually reality, where maybe the father may have, in some isolated cases, maybe the father had passed away early in life and had left this person, and maybe this person felt that he or she didn't have that structure or discipline in his or her life, and therefore you see maybe an overcompensation in this, where this person feels so compelled to be very responsible and to really be that disciplined person. Now, this could also be somebody that might be excessively serious and stern and be and really not show a lot of animation as far as in their daily life, and could be somebody that might come across as very serious and stoic to others and have that very stern disposition, and which on one side it could be good, because this could be somebody that shows that single-mindedness in terms of accomplishing their tasks and attaining their goals. But on the other side, because it is unaspected, you might see that vacillation, as I stated before, and this person might go through periods where really they don't take maybe the things that they should take very seriously or in a serious manner. So we can look at this, and a lot of this too can depend on the house placement of Saturn. Now, Saturn is placed in the 10th house. This would be in its accidental dignity. So I think this would kind of help that as far as any negativity connected with the fact that it's unaspected. Because if you have Saturn in accidental house accidental dignity by house position in the 10th house. This would furthermore emphasize the ambitious qualities of this position. This Saturn in the 10th, it could be very ambitious in somebody that has that strong disciplined attitude toward career matters. At the same time, Saturn in any house can also indicate limitations and restrictions in this area. So if Saturn in the 10th house, this person may feel that any restrictions connected in their career or livelihood, or perhaps even that dominant parent influence may feel that they're intensified, perhaps even more so than somebody that had Saturn in the 10th and where it was aspected, because of the fact that being unaspected may emphasize this maybe a little bit more, I believe. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Saturn unaspected in a natal chart, and stay tuned next time where I'll be dissertating and talking about Uranus unaspected in a natal horoscope. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.